On the morning of May 8, 2008, Joshua Maddux, an 18-year-old from Woodland Park, Colorado, bid his sister farewell and left his house to take a walk. He never returned. What began as a routine outing in the peaceful town quickly spiraled into a haunting mystery as Joshua's disappearance remained unsolved for 7 years, until his body was found in the chimney of an abandoned cabin. Joshua was a bright, creative, and thoughtful young man who grew up in Woodland Park, a small town surrounded by the beauty of nature. He had a deep love for the outdoors and often took long walks through the woods, reflecting his adventurous spirit. Friends and family described him as intelligent, kind-hearted, and a free spirit who enjoyed life's simple pleasures. Despite his outward vibrance, Joshua carried emotional scars from the loss of his older brother Zachary, who tragically took his own life 2 years before Joshua's disappearance. This devastating loss had a profound impact on him. Nevertheless, Joshua was seen as an inspiring figure, loved deeply by his family, especially his sisters, Ruth and Kate, who admired his gentle and creative nature. At the time of his disappearance, Joshua had just finished high school and was planning for the future. On the day Joshua went missing, he seemed to be in good spirits. It was a typical morning, and he casually said goodbye to his sister before leaving the house for one of his frequent walks, something he often did to clear his mind and enjoy nature. Joshua was known to roam the quiet streets and wooded areas near his home. There was nothing unusual about his behavior that day, and his family thought nothing of it when he didn't return immediately. At first, his absence didn't raise alarms. After all, Joshua was known for his adventurous nature and could have easily decided to spend some time in the woods or with friends. However, as the hours turned into days, concern grew. His family reported him missing after he didn't show up for 5 days, and a search was launched. Despite their efforts, Joshua seemed to have disappeared without a trace. His family, particularly his father Mike, feared the worst, given the emotional toll of his older brother's suicide. He worried that Joshua had taken his own life, while his sister Kate held out hope that Joshua had simply gone on an adventure. 7 years passed without any answers, but the family clung to hope that Joshua would be found alive. In August 2015, construction workers demolishing an old abandoned cabin just 2 blocks from Joshua's home found skeletal remains lodged inside the cabin's chimney. The remains were soon identified as those of Joshua Maddux, confirmed through dental records, finally providing an answer to the question of where he had been all those years. The discovery, however, raised more questions than it answered. Joshua's body was found in a fetal position inside the chimney, with no visible signs of trauma, and his clothing was found outside the fireplace, a detail that puzzled investigators. The cabin had been abandoned since 2005, around 3 years before Joshua vanished, and it was located in a secluded part of the woods, a place Joshua had likely passed by many times on his walks. While the discovery provided some closure for the family, it also brought confusion about how Joshua ended up in the chimney. The official ruling by the coroner concluded that Joshua's death was accidental. Some believe he may have climbed down the chimney and become trapped due to a wood-burning insert. This theory suggests he succumbed to dehydration or hypothermia while trying to escape. Hypothermia also explains why he was found without clothing, as it can cause paradoxical undressing, a phenomenon where victims remove their clothing despite the cold due to a sudden feeling of warmth. Another theory suggests that given the emotional toll of losing his brother, some family members and community members speculated that Joshua might have taken his own life. However, there was no concrete evidence to support this theory, and it conflicted with his family's understanding of his mental state at the time of his disappearance. Some also suggested that foul play was involved. This idea gained traction due to reports of a local man, Newman, who allegedly boasted about killing Joshua. Despite these claims, police did not thoroughly investigate Newman, leading to frustration and suspicion among the community. Speculation also arose about drug involvement due to Joshua's age. Some believe he might have been using drugs that could have impaired his judgment, leading him to the cabin. However, no evidence was found to support this theory, and toxicology reports from his remains did not indicate drug use. Despite Joshua's death being officially ruled accidental, the unsettling details and theories of foul play continue to haunt his family and community.